Hey everybody, in this video I am going to show you how you can literally 10x your sales simply by using these things that we call bonuses, okay? I'm sure you've heard of these before, I'm sure you've analyzed some funnels before that have actually had these bonuses in there, but today I'm going to actually show you how you can craft your own bonuses to actually drive sales, not just, I guess, have another thing on your page, right? So basically I'm going to go through a few key points over here today. I've got them right in front of me over here, but my name's Gurnoor. If you don't know me, I'm a man on a mission to make scaling to 8 figures easy for health and wellness e-commerce brands, okay? And that's what my channel is focused around. And I mean, let's just dive into it. So the first point I want to mention is that we basically have 3 ways that we can actually do this. The first way is actually composition breakdown. Okay, these are composition breakdown bonuses. So I'll just write that down as well, actually. We'll just say compo bonuses. Then the second way we can actually do this is by problem perception. So we'll do prob perception bonuses, okay? And then the third way that we actually do this is advanced bonuses. So I'm going to show you all of these today. Then I'm also going to give you a couple of action items to actually apply these to your funnels and show you exactly how you can actually apply them as well. Sorry, apply them to your offers, not your funnels. So the first one is composition breakdown, okay? Basically, what composition breakdown is that it's basically the idea that a single offer is less valuable, okay? Is actually less valuable than the same offer broken down into its components, framed as bonuses, okay? Basically, what this idea means is, there we go. A single offer is perceived as less valuable than the same offer broken down into its components framed as bonuses. So you've probably seen brands like AG1 have like a welcome package where they have this canister that you can actually put the powder into. They have the powder itself in like this little bag. Okay, we'll just do AG1. Okay, that's AGI. Okay, so we can obviously do that. And then they have the, I think it's called the shaker as well. And then they have a few travel packs. Okay, instead of actually framing this as a full welcome kit offer, they literally just frame this as AG1 itself, the powder costs 150 AU dollars. I was checking in AU dollars. And the canister over here, the shaker over here, and also the travel packs, these are all literally just bonuses. Okay, so that's the most low effort thing you can literally do that can increase your sales as well, and basically just increase the perceived value of your entire offer. Because would you rather have a 38 kitchen knife set for $38, or would you rather have one kitchen knife that's worth $38 and 37 bonus knives? You know, the second offer is just so much more compelling because we like incentives, we like bonuses as human, we like to actually get things for way cheaper than they seem. Okay, and that's what we actually can do over here. You've probably seen those infomercials back in the day. I think they still actually run to this day, but no one really watches them, where they're literally like, even, yeah, like the example I gave before, selling kitchen knives, right? They're selling kitchen knives and they're like, here's one knife, it's so good, it's $47, bang bang, look how good this is, you know, all that stuff. And when you do buy it, you'll also get this free knife set of 37 extra knives that come with it. You'll get this full kitchen board as well, you know, this premium wooden kitchen board. And the truth is that if you just presented that whole offer in front of someone, like here's 38 kitchen knives and a kitchen board for, chopping board, sorry, for $47, they would be so much more, they would be so much less likely to actually buy if you simply broke that offer down like they're doing. And infomercials cost thousands and thousands of dollars, okay? So they know what they're doing and they are making money from it. That's why they're actually running it on TV. It's much, much more expensive than actually Meta ads or Google ads, which is most of you what you're probably running, right? Now, the second way is we can actually do problem perception solution. Okay, these are the bonuses where you can actually perceive the problems that your audience is going to have after they actually get your product, and then actually make bonuses and make even separate products, or make separate products and frame them as bonuses as well. So AG1 has actually done that over here as well, that if they sold the powder only, then someone would obviously need a place to store it. That's why they have the canister over here, okay? Another problem someone may have is that they may not have a shaker. So bang, they've got a shaker as well. They perceive the problem of someone actually buying their product and not actually having a shaker, okay? They are targeting people who are active, who take care of their health. So they've got travel packs as well. Someone may say, well, how am I supposed to take this like 1 kilo bag, or however many grams their bag is, on trips with me? How am I supposed to like maybe go on a hiking trip and take it with me? You got these travel packs, right? So essentially, the thing about this second point over here is that you have to perceive the problems that your audience will have once they actually buy your product. So what you can actually do over here is list out the problems, the probs that your audience will have once they buy your product. Once buy product. Okay, so I'll give you a couple of examples of these as well. Primal Queen actually runs a pretty good one as well. So Primal Queen sells pills. Okay, they sell pills with beef organ supplements, and basically, I just spelled beef wrong. Basically, these women are actually trying to be more active. They're trying to lose weight, right? They're trying to live that sort of primal lifestyle. That's what they're really going for over here. So they actually framed it as a bonus to give them a pill case. So this little metal thing from Alibaba that probably costs like 10 cents to make, right? They frame that as a bonus as well for women who might say, yeah, well, how am I supposed to take this on the go, right? They also give you a free jar to actually put these pills into. Maybe you don't want a bag. Maybe you want a nice jar, with a wooden lid, bamboo lid. How cool's that, right? So you have to actually list out all the problems that your audience that someone may face after actually getting your product. And by the way, if you can hear that outside, my apologies, but yeah, you have to actually write down all the problems that your audience may actually have after buying your product. And then you basically use divergent thinking to actually come up with the solutions to them. So I want to quickly explain that as well. So we've got divergent thinking, okay, and then we've got convergent thinking. Now, convergent thinking is very numbers based, okay? So that is very numbers based. You want to find one solution, it has to be logical, it has to be very mathematical, and there's only really one solution to the problem. Now, divergent thinking is where you get a little bit more creative, okay? And I got this from inside the $100 million Offers book, where Alex Hormozi actually explains that you can do an exercise, okay? You can actually even do this right now if you want. Pretend you had a brick. You have a brick. Now you have to list out all the things you could do with that brick. Okay, so potentially you could throw it at someone. Okay, you could throw it at someone. Maybe it's a golden brick, so you can melt it and actually make some jewelry. Okay, and you basically list out all these things, and this is us using divergent thinking, where there's more than one solution to a problem. It doesn't have to be logical, it just has to be perceived as a solution and have to be a little bit creative as well, okay? For example, this on the go pill case, like this is not, it's not the logical solution, The logical solution would literally just be take the pill before you go out. But they use a little bit of divergent thinking over here to creatively come up with a cool concept that honestly gets people really, really hyped. Okay. Now, the third technique, and this is honestly the most advanced, so I'm going to do this separately over here. This is the most advanced technique in the entire thing. Now, this is where you can actually offer other people's solutions and products and services in addition to your own. Okay, now obviously these have to be related to whatever you sell and the outcome you provide to someone. But let's say you sell a product that helps people with their back pain. Okay, with their back pain. Let's say you only sell in Australia. Okay, for example's sake, you only sell in Australia. You can contact one of Australia's biggest chiropractor franchises, right? Biggest chiro franchises, and actually get them maybe a discount. Okay, so you actually become one of their affiliates and you get your customers a discount for actually being your customer. They can go into that Cairo franchise that is a huge franchise, it's everywhere, they don't have to travel too much to get there, and they can actually get a discount and you also get affiliate commissions. So that is literally a bonus where the customer's happy, you're making more money, and the only person who has to fulfill on the services is the actual chiropractor. Now, this was just an example, right? Obviously, it doesn't have to be a service provider. If you also have, a let's say you do meditation, okay? I think, what's the name? Alice Mushrooms also does this really, really well, where they actually give you a free meditation app, okay? So you can actually check them out later. They give you a free meditation app with your I think it's sleep mushrooms or something like that, where you actually, I guess, just sleep better, right? So they actually give you a free meditation app as well. I think it's something like that. No, okay, no. With the sleep, they actually give you the sleep mask. Yeah, there we go. And then there is a focus one where they actually give you a meditation app as well. So you got to really use this convergent thinking. Sorry, no, divergent thinking, where you're actually trying to think of creative solutions to every problem that the person may face, because the logical solution is always so boring. No one likes buying logical solutions, you know. It's just not good for you at all. Like, if your perceived problem is that people who you serve are very active and they go out a lot, then you don't want to tell them that, yeah, just take your supplement with you and take it before you go out and all that stuff. People want a genuine bonus where it feels like they're getting something for so much less than it's actually worth. And that's what they actually want to do. And I'm just taking a quick look at over my points over here. Yeah, so when you're actually reaching out to these companies, let me also give you a bit of information about that. When you're reaching out to these companies, you have to frame it as a favor that you're doing to them. Okay, frame favor. So you're doing them a favor by actually bringing them your customers that you're already getting. So you have to definitely frame it as a favor. And if you can honestly get a discount for the customer and also get an affiliate commission, it's the best. But try to focus on getting the discount for the customer, because you're going to be making money anyway, and you obviously don't want to lose the deal because you're just getting a little bit too greedy. Most companies will be very open to this, especially if you're doing over 6 figures a month. They would be very, very, very open to this. You may have to actually tell them how many sales and stuff you get, but most won't ask for that. But yeah, basically, the last thing that you need to do over here is actually, I'll frame this as number 4. Okay, the last thing you need to do is actually give these bonuses a fancy name. Let me go back to my previous examples over here. No one wants a box to put their AG1 powder in. They want a canister. Okay, you give it a little bit of a fancy name. No one wants a little metal thing that you can put a pill inside. They want a on-the-go pill case, right? No one wants a little sleep mask that Alice Mushrooms actually gives you. They want a silk sleep mask, okay? So you put a bit of a spin to whatever you're actually offering them, and you can get really creative with this if you offer a digital product. For example, a 7-day cortisol reset, okay? One of the brands that I was working with, I think they actually were running that, and then we had to switch it up a little bit. But yeah, 7-day cortisol reset. Okay, you can get really creative with these names, and you really do want to actually use some lingo in them as well. Your customers are going to actually have certain lingo that they actually speak by, and you want to use it in it so it really feels native to them. And yeah, that's literally how you can name offers. I think Alex Hormozy goes into depth with this, the naming and stuff, inside his $100 million offers book. So definitely recommend you actually read that. It's a brilliant book. And I think he also has a course at aqc.com. So you can even check that out. I'm not affiliated with him, but I do actually thank him for teaching me this. So yeah, and just looking over my points again. Now I want to give you some quick action items, okay? I want to give you some quick action items over here to actually complete to be able to do this yourself. So, number 1, you can actually simply break down the components of your offer. You can break down components of your offer, and you can actually start seeing what you can frame as the main product and what you can frame as the bonuses. I'll actually just go ahead and show you an example of this as well. Obviously, you can see the Primal Queen instantly autofills, and you can see that I've actually gone through their funnel many times before to actually analyze it. But we've got the free on the go pill case. Okay, it probably costs them like 5 or 10 cents to make. Look at that thing, like you can barely even see it. There we go, right there. Probably costs them like 5 to 10 cents to make, and they frame it as being $13. Okay, free mystery gift. That can be something you want to add as well. You can include your shipping price into your actually main product, main offer price, and you can literally just frame it as a bonus as well. Free bamboo lid glass jar, probably costs a couple of dollars at max to make, right? And they charge $35 for it. Free third bag, and obviously you know the rest, right? So that's the first thing that you obviously want to do. Second thing that you can do is you can list out all the problems that your audience actually may face after buying your product. List out all the problems and then use divergently solve them. Okay, use divergent thinking to actually solve them. What would people actually want to use to actually solve this problem? Would they want an ebook? Would they want a 7-day program? Would they want an automated SMS sequence? Would they want a physical product that you can source from Alibaba for like 50 cents, right? So you can do that, and then after that you can actually brainstorm what other products and services, what other products slash services, apologies for the horrendous handwriting, what other products and services you could offer to your clients. Now, I would definitely 110% not encourage you to start trying to do all these services yourself, although that can be helpful, but it's really not that efficient, right? You're a brand, you're a supplement brand, you're not a coaching service, you're not a PT or anything like that, right? So you want to partner with people over here, and let me just write number 3. You want to actually partner with people over here, and you want to actually contact them with business proposals and see how you can become an affiliate and actually get your customers a discount. Now, I did have someone in mind that actually does this, and I'll actually just show them to you right over here. Alice Mushrooms actually does this quite well with their focus and energy. So you can actually come to their page right over here, and I believe they have an app free trial that they actually do also use. Okay, so look, they don't actually have it in this one. Maybe they may have it in stress, where the meditation app is. Let's see, there we go. 10-day stress cleans, 30-day open subscription. Okay, so I don't know what open is, but maybe their target audience knows what open is, and it actually helps them cleanse their stress, right? So you can actually contact apps and stuff like this. And yeah, it's honestly really helpful, and you could frame this as a bonus, and it's honestly probably one of the best things that you can actually do for your brand. And if you have all of these, you have to be careful because it can get very chaotic, but you obviously don't want to have none of these. Try to apply some of these, and when you do notice that, okay, it's kind of getting a little bit chaotic, then you can actually, I guess, remove some things, okay? It's always the rule where less is more, so you obviously don't want to stack so much where it kind of feels weird, right? You want to have that good balance between it's believable and it's also valuable. So listen, that is it for this video. If you are a health and wellness brand doing over 6 figures a month right now, and you're struggling to scale to 7 figures a month, or just even scale to the next level, right? And you can't for the life of you actually figure out how the hell you're actually going to scale without going into the red. You're trying to scale, but you keep going unprofitable. You could actually click the first link in the description. Please don't feel obligated to actually do it. You don't have to do it, okay? It's only if you're facing that problem, you could actually go click that link. It's just a quick video of me explaining exactly how me and my team could potentially help you. And it is a funnel at the end of the day designed to actually get you to book in a meeting with me. So you don't have to click it just because you watched till this point of the video. Please don't feel obliged to click it. But yeah, it's there if you actually want to, I guess, see how we could potentially help you past these videos, okay? And yeah, I mean, that's it for this video. If you like this video, then you can let YouTube know to show you more of these videos by actually physically clicking the like button, right? If you have any comments or if you have any suggestions or video ideas for me, just comment them down below. I read every single comment, so it's honestly going to be really helpful for me as well. And yeah, chances are we are never going to see each other again. So If you do want to subscribe and you want to watch more of my videos in the future, just hit the subscribe button, and yeah, we won't lose each other and I can keep providing value for you. I make these videos for free, so it would mean a lot if you actually subscribe and watch my content if you find it valuable. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for sticking till the end, and yeah, I will talk to you all very, very soon.